Hey all! So I made it a little bit into the game with this Ghoul Paradox Mage. Um, Deviant Time Rot has taken a fairly unusual path for me, so to speak. I basically sort of jumped into the Tier 2 dungeons in odd order, jumping into Old Force before having done the first tier dungeons, and went to the halfling rooms, which I usually don't do. Anyhow, we're sort of returning to the beaten path, and we'll just do the old maze and probably move on to your Daikara or the other one after that. And look at that, he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away from me, and he's out in the darkness, but because I have the information radius, it's allowing me to see him. Alright, let's do that and possibly stun him. I don't know if this is the alternate or not. We'll have to figure that out as we go along. I'm going to guess that something's just decided to come after me. One moment, this is going to pause recording. Well, interruptions happen, and I don't really have any knowing when they're going to happen. And I just got that thing that's happened to me. These remove physical effects from me, so I can get rid of those. You can just step right next to me and die. So, just by looking at this looks like the alternate maze by the looks of it. Which means we'll have to worry about... Oh, rare. Summoner rare, how fun. You're dead. Try not to hit you in the face. Hey, rush me. And there's, the stickler and telling me that's the, if you didn't realize from the terrain setup that once you get these monsters like this, then you know it's the alternate. Let's do that. They're all dead. Lots and lots of thieves. So, in between the time I got off, I was actually having an idea. I died to Urkus with that last school I used, the Ghoul Nickmancer. And I was thinking about vengeance for myself. Also sort of vengeance on the other thing as well. Go for vengeance basically on the ruined dungeon, so to speak. The Urkus is something I'll always be there, which is probably why I'm thinking about going after him. Last time, I basically died due to the hurricane effect. I can probably avoid it, but there's no guarantee that, well, that I'll be able to avoid the hurricane effect, so to speak. You usually get hit by the hurricane effect, and then you have to sit through it until it either kills you like that or not. It's not the greatest thing, but that's how it works. Anyhow, I was thinking about going back to try and kill Urkus with this character. He looks fairly strong and dependable. I'm not sure if there's a rune or not, but if there's one that removes magical effects, I might take it to try out against Urkus, see if it'll help me turn the favors in my favor. Another rare. Ooh, it's a Shadow Blade too. They are all over the place. Do that, do that. I can use this to sort of bounce away, so to speak. I can confuse both of them. I think it just phase stored out here, so can't really deal with it now. You know what, let's put this on. Alright, so this basically is a paradox cost 20 free. Use speed 1. You surround yourself with a radius free distortion of time, which deals stacking damage over 3 turns to all creatures. So this will deal stacking damage to these guys, because you know they're next to me. And then it disappears. That might actually not be a bad thing, by the way, that ashes to ashes. If I stack that with Wretch, I mean, Wretch is not, you know, the greatest radius, but if I have that stacked with ashes to ashes, I could do a lot of damage like this and stuff if it gets really close. So there's an idea for, you know, my character. Though I personally don't really want to do that. I'm going to use Wretch more so for healing than anything else. Not really for its damage. This skills of cunning, which I'm not really using, just gives me stuff that I don't really need anymore because I've already done the halfling runes. It's actually worth knowing I don't need to have both of these pin immunity type things either. So I might start looking into stuff to put over it, like confusion immunity like this. Of course, right now the HP that these both give is boosting me above, or it's more 10% of my HP is coming from these rings. So I might keep them on just for that for the moment. This gives me lightning and temporal, free strength. This gives me 5 arcane resistance, 5 light resistance, con, armor, and all that. So we're going to put that on, I think. And we'll get rid of this hat. Would I ever put this on over this? I like Behemoth Hide because it gets that HP, size category, knockback immunity, maximum encumbrance, and all the other nice stuff it has on it. But this really gets the movement speed, which even though I'm on a Paradox Mage and it makes up for it by itself, the extra movement speed I get from this plus being a Paradox Mage is definitely helpful. These look like good comparable items, these, for me, to Silk Current and to Behemoth Hide, for sure. And then there's the other stuff. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of this. I realized I could put it on over the Cloak of Deception for a lot more gain, but until I go to the Shartul Fortress and get my bonus, we're not gonna really care about it, I don't think. I really need to go get the thing that lets me take it off and not have to worry about it, so I don't get chased around by stupid escort patrols and such. Because that's not very fun. Oh, there's a guy to the north of me that I can't see. Oh, yes, I can. He's right there. This is the one bad thing about being right next to the edge of the screen. If you're trying, you know, see what's next to the edge of the screen, it's kind of difficult. Stay. One moment. Another phone call. Another pause. Quite frankly, there's a lot of interruptions tonight, I guess. Okay, I'm going to deal with you first, so to speak. Do that next. He's apparently failed to attack me twice. We'll just get rid of him. There's that wolf. It's down. Do that, and boom. I apparently clicked there by accident, but well. And apparently I can't hit you without myself. Let's do this. This is a very small jump, but it lets me position here to hit him. Then I can do that, and he's out of the way. And we level. Alright, so at this point, I sort of got all my undead Ghoul techniques that I plan to get, and then I'm sort of holding off and getting the other stuff up here. So now it's time to start thinking about getting Dimensional Step up a little, because, you know, it's such an awesome skill that lets me teleport instantly. I actually think Dimensional Step is extremely powerful for both Temporal Wardens and the Paradox Mage. A little overpowered. But whatever. Temporal Wardens are just difficult by nature, so it's not a big deal for them. What was I going for? This. Get that maxed out. And why not? We'll get that grade out. I'm slowly getting this up. I need like 16 more stats, and then magic is maxed out at 60. Though actually, by getting this to 44 like this, will actually let me get basically all this stuff, I think. Now, it's actually worth something I guess I should bring up at this point. I've sort of touched on this randomly. I haven't really gone over it too much or too well. I mentioned that there's like stacking like 20s and all that, and stats and accuracy, or I didn't actually mention what it was. It's like getting 20 and stuff is apparently good. So I decided to read a rookie for a little bit, just to learn a little bit about my character and stuff like that. I found out that accuracy, spell power, mind power, and physical power, all of these basically stack in 20s. So once you get over like 40 spell power, or basically every stack of 20 spell power, it'll get like harder and harder to get more. So like, put it mildly, basically for first 1 to 20 in spell power, all of those points cost like 1 to increase, so it's very easy to increase it from 1 to 20. Once you get to 21 to 40 though, at that point it costs 2 points per. And then once you get up to 40 to 60, which is what this is in now, it costs 3 points for like, you know, magic to like boost spell power up, I guess, by 1 each time, or whatever it is. So basically boosting up spell power is a little bit more difficult now. It's gotten up to 44. My power is still below, but if I got up to 40, it'd be the same way. Though I'm not really using my power, so it's not really a big issue. Accuracy, same way. It's you know, not something I'm really using. If I get up to 20, then it'll get a little bit harder to boost up, but until then, whatever. If I go to defense, defense is another one. If you get defense up to 20, it'll start getting harder and harder to get up a little bit more past that, and then past that, 40, it'll get even harder still. Same way. If you, it'll cost basically 1 point from 1 to 20, 2 points from 20 to 40, 4 points from 40 to 60. And you could keep going, by the way. From 61 to 80, it's 4 points per to boost it up, and then from 81 to 100, it's 5. And then there's saves down here. All of these, of course, also correspond to it. My aim will probably be to get physical, spell, and mental probably up to 40, because 40 is a fairly good stack to get them up to, and then diminishing returns at that point sort of make it, unless you have like a dwarf or something that really boosts up your saves, you don't really care about too much. So, just looking at that stuff, it'll play into how I start to develop this character, since I now know a little bit more about it. Rattlesnake to the north, and a warg. They're dead. He's dead. And he's dead. Okay, nothing here, so open. And we apparently just got ourselves another rare. We're getting lots of rares on the first level of the maze. You are... He's got Dirty Fighting, Hacking Back, Skullcracker. He looks to be a Marauder. This is a Marauder by the looks of it. And I can't hit them without hitting myself, sadly. Or I can't hit him without hitting myself. Also do this. Then I can hit them. And there we go. I got stunned on a couple of them. I'll try confuse him too. I also learned something else, by the way. I found out that brain locked and stuff like off balance and stuff like that, little mini stuff that, you know, sort of comes with your stuff. Your if I like do a stunning blow, if I have like extra physical power over the guy I'm hitting, you have a chance to get like off balance. If in the case of me doing this temporal fugi, if I hit him with confusion, and then I have like more whatever to fire it off, in this case spell power, it'll cause brain locked. So this is something, you know, I found out all these little mini stuns and stuff like that, they come from increased spell power and stuff like that. So Lots of interesting stuff to learn about. I never understood why those like that appeared. It wasn't really a big deal, but it's good to know once you find out. I haven't done these for a while. Let's do them. Hit you. I hit them both. Yes, I can. And apparently it decided to get all the way up to me. Or rather, it did hack him back. And then went up to me. And you're both dead. Or, he's dead. They just disappear. Well, that's it for the first level. Let's continue on, and we'll find the horned demon that dwells below. I'll wait till I get better ring to put on. Actually, let's just keep this for a moment. I'm keeping that for the moment just to sort of demonstrate this. So basically I have mental 26. So if I put that on, which should boost my mental save by 5, is it? It says? Yes, so if I put this on, and this doesn't give me any mental save. One moment, yeah, our phone call. Okay, so back again. So I forget what this was, but that's basically a 29, and it says +3 right here. If I take it off, it goes back to 26. It says -3. So there's like an example of like diminishing returns. So I've gotten to like the second tier for mental save, and even though it says 5 like down that thing, this is the second tier. So I'm only getting 2, and in the case of the fact that this says actually 26.5 or whatnot, I'm actually getting the bonus of -3 or +3 for the +5 because I'm at a -0.5, I guess, so to speak. So there's diminishing returns and how they sort of work. And you're gonna be fun. Hey, look, halfling gardeners. Hey, a black mamba. Why do I care about black mamba? Do you remember? I'm sure you do remember. Oop, there's that guy. Kill them. Alright, so if you don't remember, Brotherhood of Alchemist, it really requires a black mamba head, a vampire lord fang, and a pouch of pharaoh's ash. I can more or less get these other two just at the Dreadful dungeon, and this one from Spellblaze from, a Stray Pharaohs, unless I get from Daikara. So these are very attainable for me, possibly, on this roguelike run. I still need to get the giant spinning rat, but we'll worry about that later. But we're making progress in the Brotherhood of Alchemist quest by getting that one little thing. And I can't fire past them because, don't see what's behind them. We'll do that. Do this, why not? Do that. He's dead. They're dead. Something hits me for fire, and it put me off balance, and it also blinded me. So there's an example, like I basically got hit by something that overdid my blind for whatever it was, and then put me off balance, which reduces my global damage by 15%. Guess it was this guy, or maybe that guy. He looks to be a doomed. By the way, I did the stop on him, and that caused him to be off balanced. There's an example of, off balance on my part. What are you that you possibly could have done to blind me? Oh, this guy fired flare at me. That's why I did fire damage and blinded me. So there's an example of, flare overcoming my abilities to prevent like a double whammy on that. I think. Okay, so lots of these popping around. I'm wondering if there's a umbral horror or something like that. Or that guy. This. Oh, jeez, die already. Would you believe it or not, but I finally found something with acid resistance. So my staff's actually doing reduced damage on this granivore. There's something new to know. Something that resists acid that isn't a jelly or something like that. I actually sort of think all the jellies and slimes should have resist acid just so that something in the game resists it. Not enough resist acid. That's why I'm using it on my staff. Stay. Stay. Kill. And I entirely missed it there. Did I hit myself there? Hit myself with my own stop. For some reason I keep moving into stuff. There's a spinning spider. I wonder if they drop anything. I don't see any special thing coming from him for ingredients. Oh, good. I came down here before I opened that chest. And I've got this guy to worry about. To west. He's out of the way. They're all out of the way. Stone Skin Arcane Combat. Interesting. Ooh. He wasn't alone. I just got crippled and pinned. That was not fun. Alright, I haven't been doing this for a while, but let's put on a shield. I'm going to confuse both these guys. Zap. 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 And zap. Wretch. And they're all dead. Well, let's see what these items are all about. And actually, I should sell this one, so I'm not going to use it. By the way, it's worth knowing those blanket immunities that I was on. These blanket immunities, like, you know, disarm immunity and pitting immunity, combat confusion immunity that I just got rid of, those are actually not tiered up, by the way. Those are always just, you get a blanket 20% immunity to disarm attempts against you. It's worth knowing that the best way to protect yourself is with immunities. Saves are great if you can get really high, but it's always better to have immunities usually, especially in higher difficulties. Alright, this is a staff. It gives me damage type acid, that's totally fine. Base power, that. Gives some armor, gives some defense, a physical crit chance, so there's some physical stuff there. A little resistance to mind damage. It gives me a critical multiplier, mana per turn, spell power. You can use the channel mana, increasing mana event for 10 turns, placing all charms on cooldown. So this can be used to recharge my mana. Interestingly enough, this staff. It weighs about 5 though, so compared to, what was it, this? This is a lot, you know, lighter, so I'm not going to, you know, worry about equipping this to basically regenerate my mana. It's, you know, better to have the other one if I'm just going to sit around for it. This does heal more if I was in combat, I guess, and that's like an issue. This gives me mental save, armor, and maximum life. I'm going to just take this out for a moment. That gives me stuff I don't care about. Stuff I don't care about. That's not terrible, but I've already got a better lightning hat, so not going to worry about it. Again. That gives me some lightning resistance. I suppose we should check that. I've yet to check my stuff for a couple days now since I haven't played for a while. This gives me light radius instead of the infraversion radius, but we don't really care about the battle else as, like, you know, these lamps. I'm not going to care about them unless they give infravision, or if they give me that ghost light type of thing that gives me the wretch ability. Won't matter if I don't have those stuff. Won't be worth it. So that stuff is, you know, I don't really care about it, so we'll get rid of it. And this gives me 12% lightning resistance, or 18% lightning resistance and cold resistance versus this, which just gives me the lightning resistance. This is not as good. I prefer having both lightning and cold since, you know, Urkus can hit me with cold too. And in fact, this is also more. Gives me more resistance, 18%. So let's see here. I want to check to see if I have poison resistance on this character. Ghouls and skeletons, I think, are somewhat resistant to poison immunity and stuff like that. Let's see here. So I got 100% poison resistance. If I take these off, it drops down to 80%. So that is helping my poison resistance a little bit, the Sludge Grip. But poison's not a big issue because it's a physical effect. And I can get rid of it with this and eventually with Heat Beam. I think I prefer having these on for now, I guess. I'll keep this in case I decide to do something that's sort of poison heavy for some reason. I don't think I'll ever use them, but who knows. It's not like I have weight problems on a Ghoul. Incumbrance, you know, is not even half yet. You know, that's a nice thing I like about Ghoul spellcasters. They don't have weight problems. You can carry whatever you damn well please. Doesn't really affect your game. Damn. The only bad thing about this, you can't seem to set where your beams go sometimes, and then it's useful to do it for something like this. It's because I can't see the tiles here. I can see them now, sort of, or I guess I still can't see them, so... Nope, can't let me see. You know, target them properly, hit them both. Sort of same thing here. Oh, what are you? You are, you might be something really dangerous that's on a weak creature. You might be the Oozemancer. Yep, he's an Oozemancer. Slime Spit, he's got Nourishing Moss, Fungal Growth. He's not a very strong Oozemancer, he's just a crappy little critter. But I should probably give him his dues. Put this on. We're going to try confusing him. Make sure he can't do anything. He's got anti-magic disruption for some reason, so he's actually carrying an arcane item. So, pure question, if you're looking at this, there's another example of the Oozemancer carrying something he shouldn't. Or, not really. It's basically, you know, something that is not really oriented toward the arcane, carrying an arcane item and being disrupted by it. There's the Oozemancer getting his stuff off. Let's turn back the clock on. They take quite a bit of damage to take down, don't they? Sometimes. He wasn't too strong, luckily for me. Invisibility Rune. You know, I might actually keep this, I think, for this character. Just to sort of demonstrate it. I have room, I guess, for it, so to speak, so you might see me have some use for it. This gives me a Fire Blast of Psionic Energies. I'm probably not going to really care about it since I have this. But the Rune... So let's see here. I can replace one of my Shielding Runes, the Teleportation Rune, put it in a tile category. I probably shouldn't be using the 100 damage shield that much anymore, so we'll replace that. And perhaps you'll see me use Confusion Immunity a little bit at this point. I'll hit him. And drum pops out. Ow. Stunned myself. Luckily I stunned him too, I believe. Another chest. Diary. Don't really care about the diary. Okay, he activated Necromancy talents. That should be fun. I'm not sure if a friend of his popped out or not. So this basically, this rune turns me invisible. As you become invisibly fade out of phase with reality and all your damage is reduced by 4%. So basically, this is a sort of defensive talent, invisibility. When you use it, stuff can't really see you. It knows you're there usually, but it can't really see where you are specifically. Let's just do this stuff for now. This is actually bad to do around this guy because he might actually summon guys that won't get killed by it, but confuse him. Do this. Do that. He's actually confused and trying to use cold flames. That's funny. Step this way. Him with this. He's stunned now. That's sort of good. Do that. He's unknown, so he's going down. And there's what I was afraid of, sort of, you know, him just putting up a bunch of stuff that was healed from the wretch, so to speak. So let's do this. Let's go invisible. And as you can see, stuff can sort of see me, I guess. Okay, let's sort of backtrack out of here. Go this way. Guess with displacement shield or something on him. Let's actually wait for the archer to get closer. Hit him with this. As you can see, this guy's more or less, you know, sort of tracked on me. I never found like invisibility and cloak all that useful. For the most part, stuff will still be able to sort of, you know, keep hitting you, whether you like it or not. Can I get them both, these guys? I don't think I can. Wow, I did not see that coming. Okay, let's do this. I might have just done a really bad thing here and got myself killed. Stupid cold flames got me there, I think. Don't think I can confuse these guys, but yeah, you just hit the thing there, wall. We're just going to teleport out of that situation. And hit him with Invoke Darkness there. But even though, you know, invisibility is sort of useless, I can activate that, I guess we'll say, and then basically stuff sort of fails to see where you are. And sometimes they'll, like, you know, they'll fire or chase the wrong place for you, so to speak. Hopefully I killed it, but I'm not sure if I did. Oh, it hit me again. There we go, it got him. Hopefully his skeleton minions are dead too. Stay for now. You know, I'm gonna guess that there's areas I can't explore to. Just because, you know, it's sometimes how this map sort of works. You get these areas that you can't get to. Can't get to any place in there, even though there's stuff in there that I can't see. Can't dig this wall, it's not diggable. Jump! Unlike Venom. Interesting, but no. Alright, something hit me for physical damage. A blood horror. We got ourselves a rogue with Stalk and Gloom. He's accursed. And I hit him, but I failed to stun him. There, he's confused. Or maybe being chased by something. Yay for confusion, knocking that guy the other way. Well, he's out of the way. Oh, I thought there was someone over here. You're out of the way. Stay. Something to the south. Ooh, I got crippled. Do that. Get rid of them. Ooh, ooh. Shadows. He's out of the way. And something has slowed me down, because you know. That happens. Dope! Oh wait, I still hit him, didn't I? Yes, I still hit him. Good. I thought for a moment I missed him. Again. Because, you know, I like to miss stuff accidentally every so often and all that. I'm thinking there's like one of those, you know, things that cast these shadows in that little spot there. Alright. Just had to cut the recording there for a moment. You know, let's just go this way. We'll get away from the shadow a little bit. Well, he's not here. There's a snow giant there. Tried to mind disrupt me, but he failed. Must be down there. Ugh. Wreck a little bit here. Kill them. Do that, why not? Not this way. Let's do that, and we'll just do this to finish him off. There he is. Right down right there. Do that. Do this. And he's gone. No more shadows. Hey look, a bulwark with combo. That looks like fun. It was actually fun. Okay, let's do this. Do that. Sort of stepped away there a little bit. But yeah, the main thing about invisibility is not really to be firing out of it. It's just more so that if you're in invisible, you can move away and stuff may not attack you as much if they don't see you. I hit myself there. You're out of the way. Stay. Good character. Damn it. Stay away from the cracks. I like this level concept and, for the alternate dungeon of the maze, but it gets on my nerves sometimes. Okay, how am I gonna do this? Let's, I fight this. We'll do Wretch. We'll do Ashes to Ashes because everything's around me. I actually got poison there, apparently. That's fun. This might hurt, but let's hit everything around me with this. So that's stun me, but whatever. I'm going to activate this. This will actually remove the physical effects around me. And as you can see, all these guys are taking massive damage because they're in like both these radius of Ashes to Ashes and Wretch. So there's an example of where, these could overlap and do a whole lot of damage as a Ghoul. Really cool. Let's go after these guys. You'll die in a bit. There's Nature's Blessing. And a nice little item right there, too. Hey, I got a Shooting Ruin. Well, we'll keep that for sure. Keep the Teleportation Ruin to look at. I kind of prefer this for a healing mod over the little boost to lightning I get from this and the healing mod it gives. I like to say healing mod isn't as useful on ghouls, but I do have Rex, and that does sort of help a little bit. If I look at Rex, I get... It heals 42 life per turn, basically, so I'm getting like 4 life over 16 turns. It comes out to be quite a bit of stuff healed up after a while, I guess. And for like Urkus, it's not really... Well, I suppose it's probably still worth something, but I prefer to get something with a little bit more kick to it to defend myself if I really need to for Urkus. It actually goes for this gloves here I have as well. Even though this gives 6 resistance, I sort of prefer the extra life I get from the other thing, so we'll get rid of these. That might be a stupid thing, not min-maxing like to the extreme, but I don't like min-maxing games to the extreme. It's stupid. I want to play the game, not, min-max crap to have fun with stats. Well, that's the same for other people. Do you prefer playing with stats, or do you prefer playing with games, so to speak? Stay. Something tried to hit me there. Hey, look at that, we got an anaconda. Let's do Wretch. Let's do Ashes to Ashes. That was fun. That was also fun. All this random crap just popping up after the chest, but whatever, it's all weak stuff. Good experience to me. Alright, nowhere left to explore, which means it's time to find Mr. Horny. Yes, Mr. Horny will find you and kill you. Hooray! An achievement. I temporarily forgot stuff with amnesia. You bastard. What the? Oh. Oh! He popped out of the way. Alright, well, how am I going to deal with him? Let's see here. Let's do this. I'm sort of in the okay position to go after this guy, so let's just try confusing him to start off with. We'll hit him with this. He's actually got a little bit of tempo resistance, so this is actually going to be a little bit tough for fighting him. Damn it, stop dodging my shots. That's his elemental thing, dodging the shots there, which is why I wasn't taking any damage. Let's do these. Apparently one of my vampire rats did cold flames, that'll be fun. Stun him. I stunned him, cool. Wretch. Is he still going for me? I think so. Do that. Both these guys are just gonna wail on him a little bit for a little bit of damage. That's fine. Though it'll suck if he's like hitting us all free of like, you know, his little brawler talents. This guy's a brawler boss, by the way. If this is the first time seeing him. Let's do that. Ow, 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 ow. Heal up a little bit. And we got Stormbringer's Gauntlets. Alright, so here's Stormbringer's Gauntlets. It gives me 15% resistance to lightning. Critical multiplier of 20%. Spell critical chance of 5%. Magic. And invokes a forking beam of lightning doing, you know, damage that can fork up to nearby targets. It's called Chain Lightning, more or less. Chain Lightning. Actually says right in there. That's really nice to find, I think. I actually prefer this to even that pair of gloves right there. Oops, can I not wear it? I need armor trained to wear these gloves, of all things, which makes sense. I need, you know, some good stuff. Some good stuff that uses magic requires armor training. And there's one. I'll put that on when I get the chance, though, for sure. I never actually checked this out. This is a cooldown 18. And I'm going to note something, by the way. For teleportation runes, I don't really care about their maximum range. I care about their cooldown. So that has 18 cooldown versus 18, so it's not that much better. It actually has more range, but I don't really care about range with a teleportation rune. I just care about cooldown, and it's not better. As for the Psychic, that's no better than this one, but you know what we're going to do? We're going to put this on over to Calgary Point. So I have, you know, 2 shielding runes at beck and call when I need them. Let's actually do this. Alright, well I killed the boss already, so that fret's out of the way. And of course we have all this damn crap around us. Okay, let's put on the weaker shielding rune. We will do ashes to ashes. And of course we get this crap on us. Wretch. I'm going to do this again. Yes. Let's do invisibility. Using the invisibility rune takes a turn, by the way. And heck, I don't know. Even though my damage is reduced, I can probably use Temple Fugi for good effect. So let's just go like that. That's all fun. I think I might want to go off the space-time mastery soon. I mean, I can keep getting, like, you know, tiles after tiles in Dimensional Step, but space-time mastery here, it reduces the cooldown of Banish, Dimensional Step, Swap, and Temporal Wake by 1, and that reduction in cooldown will actually make this, you know, I've already said this is, like, you know, really powerful, this Dimensional Step. This will make it ungodly powerful. So, yeah, space-time mastery I want to get. Let's do that now, I guess. We'll aim toward it. We've managed to get more or less all this stuff, you know, maxed out. I may want to start increasing this, though. Just because I've noticed that Ashes to Ashes could be beneficial to put with the other one. And look at that, the damage goes up by 10, it goes up by 8, increases the radius. This is actually not a bad effect. This is actually a really good effect. So you know what? We're going to go for Ashes to Ashes up to full, just to have that little, you know, if they're close to me, they'll get killed, so to speak, type spell. Why not? We'll boost that up a little bit more. We'll keep boosting this until we get up to whatever. Really, if I get spell power, you know, I just boosted up by 1 there. Spell power with, if it's below 20, you know, or, you know, I basically said all this basically, but I just got a point there from boosting up spell power. If, let's go back to my screen there. If I invest in 1, but basically, it's the stacks give spell power, so to speak. Or is anything else give spell power? Only this, I guess. Well, whatever. You get the basic idea. If I put it in here and this gives mind power, this gives like, you know, 0.70 mind power, and I think this gives a full 1. I'm not sure how much spell power you get from this. We'll have to see when I level up again. But we'll do that eventually. Ashes to Ashes! You know what? Let's actually do... put these all together, I guess, and... You know, I want to have the Skull of the Ratlich and this next to each other, just because this is undead and this is going to heal the undead. This is really nice to have next to it, too. These are all nice, really nice talents next to each other. I think that's how I'll do it now. By the way, I have Banish, which randomly teleports all targets within a radius of 2 around you. Targets will be teleported between 4 to 7 tiles from their current location. I never actually found Banish to be really useful, so we're actually going to take that off my list. The thing about Banish is that it's just kind of random with how they, you know, them getting him off of you. It's better to use Dimensional Step to get away from yourself if you really have issues. Not, you know, Banish. And you just stunned me, you bastard. You're out of the way. Kinda wish I saved this before, after he, or, you know, using it after he applied poison so I get rid of the poison. But well. Die, die, die. They're out of the way. And of course, more. Because we always need more. Ow, ow, ow. And as you can see, they didn't know I'm here, so they're moving around randomly. This is where invisibility is good, to sort of avoid damage if you want to by chance. Though you probably won't see me use invisibility so much outside of this dungeon. Once I get something to replace this, I will. Because I don't really see enough benefit from it. Ow! He got double hit in there, that bastard. I think. Yeah, it makes sense, because I don't have the global speed buff as a Paradox Mage unless I use haste. So he would get doubles, you know, a double attack every so often. There's a Temple Stalker. And with this, And you are an Arcane Blade, I think. It doesn't say Arcane Palm, it just says it's an Archmage, I think. Don't usually see a whole lot of Archmages. You know, I actually can't remember that many Archmages. I can remember that one, that Ooze Horror Archmage, for whatever reason that was, but don't really see a whole lot of Archmages for some reason. There should be actually a lot of Archmages in this game. The thing is about Archmages is they have so many styles that there's a good chance that you get like a whole lot of different sets of like Archmages that could come after you, so there really should be a lot of Archmages used for rare types, so to speak. Bastard. I can't heal if he does this to me. Or am I going to heal if I'm in the blade area, so to speak? Let's do Ashes to Ashes. Let's do that. Hit myself with that for, you know, laughs and giggles, of course. Let's do this. He's out of the way. But of course, these guys come to join the party. Hey, look at that! Someone has a shield. Hilarious. There's the Untouchable. Oh yes, the Untouchable, of all things. Well, it's no longer an issue about what I'm going to put on. When you take a hit of more than 20% of your max life, a shield is created equal to double the damage taken. Yoink! Move speed is great, but that's just going to be better. So this is not going to compete with the Untouchable. This is not going to compete with the Untouchable. They're just gone and done with. No good for me anymore compared to that. Should probably get rid of some of this stuff, or all of it, rather. Why not? We'll keep this to put on, I guess. I've really not found a whole lot of good boots. Sadly. Anyhow. Oh, this guy's down here. Got an extra hit in there, he did. Okay, we got some fun up here. And we got fun right here. That'll be a lot of fun, I think, Ashes to Ashes, when I start leveling it up. Not sure how much it'll stack, but it will stack, I think, quite a bit. It might actually be really useful to use Ashes to Ashes in Dreadfall, if I get that far. And do that, do this. Oh boy, that bastard's quite resistant for some reason. Oh, because I'm stunned. That makes more sense. Yeah, stun will make stuff a lot more resistant to you. Yeah, let's do Ashes to Ashes. This is actually a good place to use Ashes to Ashes because of this, you know, surrounding crap around me. Hey, Fire Ant. Alright, let's see here. Let's do this. Wreck. Ashes to Ashes. Drop that on him. You're gonna be dead soon. Hit the wrong thing there and Wasted a turn hitting him in the melee. That's just because I have this stuff sort of skewed. I really should probably start moving this stuff over to the right. But whatever. Alright, so we're finally done the old maze. That took a while, but I'm glad it's out of the way. Very glad. So there's the alternate old maze design cleared out. And we're just going to head over to Last Hope, I think it is. And we're just going to talk to a neighborhood armorer of some sort. You can use bows and slings if you want, but we just want generic weapons and armor usage. Alright, so if I want to, I can finally start training up armor training. And I think we actually will. If I do that, I can go in here, I can put on the Stormbringer gauntlets. Those are definitely worth it. Mental save is nice, but this is just ridiculously nice. And I don't think these will compare, so we'll just get rid of them for now. We'll put this on over my boots. These were nice boots, but I was only putting them on because I didn't really have anything else. And this has lightning resistance, so that's also a good reason to put them on for Urkus when I get to him. So I've got 22% lightning resistance. If I put on more stuff, let's see, put that on. Actually, should I put that on? The thing about the Untouchable is that probably protect me more to big hits, so I'll put it on just to sort of see what the defense is. Okay, so with all this stuff on, I get 61% lightning resistance and a cap increase to 5%. That's pretty good, and you know what? I am going to keep this, I think. Here's the thing. The Untouchable will be a lot better in the fight with Urkus because I can get the damage shield to pop up and, you know, protect me more. But outside of the fight, you know, once I have that hurricane thing on after he's dead, I'll put it on to sort of reduce damage further. Because I'm not going to get the boost once he's hitting me with the stupid hurricane debuff. That, you know, damages me over time, sadly. Just how it is. Alright, so we're going to walk around you. Because, you know, we have to walk around all these damn Ziggurat patrols in the Shaloran lands. Next time, I think we'll do Sandworm Tunnels. Maybe we'll do Ruined Dungeon and the Hidden Compound certainly after that. For now, though, I think we've done more than enough for this episode, and we'll see how this character progresses and all that. Take care.